Hey everyone, it's Pat from Pat's Avid Music and we're back with another video. Now I'm really excited for this video. I'm going to show you the chords that I think you should learn and practice every single day. Now the reason why is this is a key signature. So if you don't know any theory, it's fine. You can press on with the video and all of it will still make sense and you'll still learn so much. If you want to learn theory, ask me a question below or head to the playlists in the description below. But basically what a key signature is just think that it's a group of notes which we've used to make chords. A chord is just notes, several notes played at once. Okay? Now all these chords that I'm going to teach you today, you can play them in any order and you would make your own song, or it would be you'd be covering someone else. Have a listen. That's one song. Here's another. That's another song. How about another one? Another song. So we're just writing all these songs because we know that these chords work well together. So that's why I think you should learn these chords, because you can jumble them up and practice them in any way that you want and suddenly you're writing your own songs. Another great thing is if you save up and you get a capo, all that does is it holds down all the strings. So let's say if I put it on the first fret, suddenly all of those chords that you're going to learn in this video, they've gone up one fret. So that means you've now learned all of the chords in that key signature. So with these 7 chords, you can play every single key signature. You can play literally thousands of songs. All you do is just move the capo up to a different position and play the same chord. So why bother spending all these hours learning thousands of chords when if you're just starting out, just learn these 7. No more yakking, let's dive into it. Okay, so the first chord is C major. So this is how I would play C. So you would use your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Don't need to worry about playing that 6th string. Just play that 3rd fret. Then use your 2nd finger all the way there, your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret below that. Now if you play the next string down open, so we've got, that's actually a C chord. So that's why I suggest if you're starting guitar, just learn the C major chord. It only needs 2 fingers. Beautiful. Once you can do that, try and use your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string. And then play the open thin string, the thinnest string. And there's your C major chord, full C major. Now if you're just starting out and it's a bit hard to get it to ring completely, just use 2 fingers. And just focus on those 3 strings ringing out well. Fantastic. Now your next chord is a little bit trickier, but again, I'll show you an easier way how to play it. So next we're actually going to skip to G major. So have your 2nd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Have your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the string below that. And then play the next string, the 4th string, open. That's actually a G major chord. Now the cool thing is you can actually play the 5 strings, just don't play that thinnest string. And that's G major. And you've got it again with 2 fingers. Once you can do 2 fingers and it sounds great, use your 3rd finger all the way on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So here you go, 1st chord was C major, 2nd chord's G major. Both you can play with 2 fingers. And you just jump them up the string, how cool is that? Same shape. 2 out of 7 chords, well done. Next chord, again, only uses 2 fingers. So this time you have the open 6th string ringing out. You have your 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the A string. You have your 3rd finger below that on the D string, 2nd fret, and that's it. And you can play all the strings. And that's E minor. Again, it's another chord you can play with 2 fingers. E minor. So you've got C major with 2 fingers, G major with 2 fingers, E minor with 2 fingers. Now if you're starting to wonder about the theory and you're thinking minor, major, what does that mean? If I say major, just have a listen, it sounds really happy. Very happy. If I say minor, just think of it as sounding sad. And major being happy. That's all you need to know. So we're learning happy sounding chords, sad sounding chords. Next chord we're learning A minor, so it's going to sound sad, it's a little bit harder. Have your second finger on the second fret of the D string, and you play the open fifth string above it. Use your third finger below that on the second string, and then using your first finger on the first fret of the second string, and then you can also play the thinnest E string, and that's your A minor chord. Fantastic. Now this one, there's no sort of shortcut. You can try and just play the first three strings, then build up to getting that first finger on. So we've got C major, G major, E minor, A minor. You're doing really well. Next chord, F major, only uses 3 fingers and 3 strings, the easiest way, right? So come on here with your third finger on the third fret of the D string. That's your F note. Then, like a staircase, have your second finger on the second fret of the third string. Then have your first finger on the first fret of the second string. And that's F major. Again, another happy sounding chord. Now the trick to getting this one nice and clean is once you can play that, and they all ring out really well, use your first finger to actually hold down the first fret on the first string and the first fret on the second string, and you play those 4 strings. But again, sounds nice and happy. Next chord we're up to is D minor. It's going to sound sad because it's a minor chord and it's a little bit tricky to play. So each chord is a bit of a step up. So we're trying to start as easy as we can and then get harder and harder, but just take your time, you'll get there. So next you want to play the open 4th string, that's your D note. Then have your second finger on the second fret below it. Then have your third finger on the third fret below that. Just practice those couple of strings. Once you can do that, the hardest part is having your first finger on the first fret of the first string. And that's D minor. So C major, G major, E minor, A minor, F major, D minor, and our final chord. Now this is the hardest chord of them all. I know it's going to be tricky. Take your time, give it a go. So first finger on the second fret of the 5th string, second finger below that on the 3rd fret. Below that you need your pinky on the 4th fret, and then you need your third finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And that's B diminished. So here's all of our chords: C major, G major, E minor, A minor, F major, D minor, and B diminished. Well done, and great job for making it to the end. Now I know those chords were a little bit tricky and a little bit hard, but if you watched the intro and you understood the reason why we learned all of those chords, then now you can play any song in any particular key. Save up, get yourself a capo, play those different chords in any different key, and you've got every song that there is. And now you can write your own songs. Those chords in any order are going to sound great. All different chord progressions, they all sound great, and it's the same chords that we just learned. So well done for making it to the end. If you're having trouble or you need some more help, hit me up on any of my social networks, but otherwise I'll see you again.